Hey, hello guys. This is Olu. I am a London mama. I have 4 grown-up children, and I've been in this country for over 20 years. Over 20 years. I came around 2003. So, yes, I've been here for over 20 years. So I started this channel. I thought about starting this channel to talk about stuff, my experience in raising children in this UK, my experience as a new mom in UK, as a Nigerian woman in UK, in a cold country, a new environment, what my experience was, what I wish I knew, what I wish someone had told me when I came here newly. And this is why I created this channel for any new moms or new woman or new lady, young lady that just found themselves in England and they're not sure what to do and how to go about it. So this channel is just for any newcomers in Nigeria. So have you ever been in a place, in a new environment, and you're not sure what to do? So if you're a person that wanted to learn from someone that have had experience in parenting, in job, looking for jobs and where to go and what to do in this country and what to do with your kids and how to assess important benefits, something, not just benefits, assess services that will help you and your children in this country, because there is a lot that you could get by especially if you have kids. There are a lot of benefit, there are a lot of things you can benefit from, most of those things, if you don't go to the right places, you might not know. For example, if you want to learn a lot about stuff and what you need to do, the first thing obviously is for you to go to your council or go to a library. There's a lot of information there. So yeah, let's just talk about what I wish, some of the things. This is my first channel, my first episode, but I will be making more videos to explain to you more and talk to you about my experience. But today is just like a welcoming video to talk about a little bit of stuff. And yeah, I moved here 20 years ago, like I said earlier, and adjusting to life and parenting in a foreign country, yeah, has been a journey. There's struggles, the surprises, and like I said, there are some of the things I'm going to share with you that I wish I knew. So I'll be looking down to make sure that I tell you a little bit of what I want to do, what I want to cover in today's channel. Okay, so if you're thinking of moving to UK, or if you're already here newly, let me save you some serious surprises. When I first arrived, I had no idea about some of these things. Trust me, I learned the hard way, yeah. So today, I'm going to share the biggest things I wish I knew when I came to UK newly, when I moved to UK. Okay, all right, so like I said, first of all, the weather. If you come around September, October, November, December, is very cold, so be ready to have your jacket ready and keep warm by stuff. But also the rain. I'm sure you're coming from Nigeria, you already know it's always rainy. Invest in good winter coat, okay, waterproof shoes, and also, so most times you have to carry umbrella. And cost of living here, I'm sure you know already, is hard, is high. Okay, parenting in the UK, there are a lot of difference between parenting in the UK. This is a big thing. You cannot parent your child like you parent them in Nigeria. This place has laws. There are some things you cannot do to your child. For example, you can't beat or eat your child. You will get into trouble if you do that, because when they go to school, they will say it and you might get into trouble. I have worked with so many parents and I've seen so many parents that have been, because I work with parents and I work with children as well. I have I'm a childcare provider as well. We'll talk more about that later. Most of us parents, we forget that we're in a new country. You can talk to your child, you can speak to your child. It's not everything. You don't have to eat them before they will listen. If you're used to that, please try to stop that. Don't do that, because they will take your children away from you. I have seen so many children being taken away from their parents. Please use another method. There are lots of other methods. We'll talk more on that. That's for people that have children. Also, finding work and working in UK. So when I first came, I'm going to talk a little bit about that before we finish. I'll talk about when I first came into the country. I was working. I came as a dependent, so I was working in a kind of Nigerian restaurant, because that's another thing. Because I don't know anybody, they have to introduce me to a Nigerian, and you know how it is. I try my best and work there, but later I got something to work with. They call it N9. When I got my N9 card, that was a long time ago, and I was able to find job in a job center where I started working in a restaurant. It's a kind of it's a law firm, but they have a daily, like you make sandwich and all that. That's how I started, and I was working there. I worked there for few months because I got pregnant and I have my last baby, who is now 20, and that is another thing, another story for another day. Because when you have a baby in this country, obviously you need your partner. That's another thing. In this country, it takes two. If you have two people, you and your partner or your husband, you will save more money, because one can work in the night, one can work in the afternoon. That's how we did for the first few years that I came here. So my partner was working at night. I was looking after my son, and he allowed me to look after my son for almost a year. He was the one bringing the money in and all that. So after that, it was 1 year, I started taking him to a childminder, and from there I started training to become a teacher, because that's what I wanted to do as well. My son decided that's another story, how I became a teacher. The first day I took him to nursery, he was 3 years old. He was like crying, he didn't want me to go. So the teacher there said, would you like to stay and read? And that's how I became a parent reader. And after that day, every time I take him there, I'll read with the children, and from there they ask me if I want to train as a teacher. That's how I became a trained teacher there in that school. And I worked in that school for a period of 6-7 years. Then I started my own learning center. Obviously today is just me telling you what I did, my experience when it comes to looking for a job. But there are other ways now.